You're asking us to talk about history, the history of the South. This is in Georgia. There were savages in Georgia. It was the ancestors of the white right-wingers. They murdered people, they lynched people, they raped people, they took babies from their mothers and sold them as property. Your ancestors were the biggest savages the world has ever seen.
You want to talk history, Jank? Let's talk. Your Turkish ancestors were brutalizing and slaughtering Armenians, Greeks, Bulgarians, and Assyrians by the millions, while white Americans and Europeans were fighting to end slavery around the world. Your savage ancestors were genociding masses in unspeakable carnage, ripping women, children, and babies from Bulgarian families to use as sex slaves and child soldiers. While the ancestors of white Americans and Europeans were inventing the modern world and fighting for human rights, your savage Turkish ancestors were enslaving and butchering Eastern Europeans by the millions. And now, over a century later, you, a descendant of these savages, not only write essays denying the genocides they committed, but you use the technology granted to you by white inventors to start a show named after the Turkish movement responsible for those genocides. Your ancestors made the American South look like a fucking square dance. How dare you cherry pick history to support your racist psychopathy? And that, folks, is what you get when you turn leftist logic against itself. By cherry picking and generalizing history, any race or ethnicity can be made into the boogeyman or champion of history. How's that for listening and delivering?